Swansea MTG here with a continuation of the opening of the booster box sent to us by Deck Maniacs. So, last time we opened some really cool things. We got Mythic, and we got some interesting commons and uncommons I hadn't known were in the set. You might be a slight echo, so I've moved to a new room for filming. So let's see what we get in pack number 1. I'm going to open 9 packs in this video. See what we get. So I'll go through the commons that we've seen before in the previous videos. And then I'll go through some of the ones that we perhaps haven't seen yet. There's a solid set of commons in this. A lot of them I've seen can be used in a lot of the decks that I've got. And a couple of ideas for some new things. So we've got our first uncommon, Roiling Waters. Return up to 2 targets the opponent controls to their opponent's hand, and target player draws 2 cards. That's quite cool. Walker of the Wastes. This is a colourless and 4 trample. It gets +1 for each land you control named Wastes. Relief Captain, we had that in foil in the last opening. So it ends Battlefield Support 3. And we have a rare, which is a Vile Redeemer. So it's an Eldrazi. It is a 3 flash. So when you cast Vile Redeemer, you may pay 1 colourless. If you do, put 1 Eldrazi Scion token onto the battlefield for each non-token creature that died this turn. Those tokens have this normal sacrifice and add to your pool. So it's quite cool. I mean, you're playing it as a flash for 4. So if there's a board wipe, you've got everything back out. So it's very cool. We have a Mountain, and our foil is an uncommon Embodiment of Insight. So it's got Vigilance. Land creatures you control have Vigilance. And Landfall. When it enters the battlefield, you may have target land you control become a 3/3 elemental till the end of the turn with haste. That's very cool. And we have a zombie token. Very fun. Our second packet. Oh my god, difficult to get into. We have a Holdout Settlement. So that's a really fun little land card. I don't think we've seen this one. Here we go. So this is the Undo War Cleric. Tap an ally, gain 2 life. Strong, Cosmic Shrieker, Isolation Zone. We haven't seen this. So when it enters the battlefield, exile target creature or enchantment an opponent controls until it leaves. So that's quite cool. Eldrazi Aggression. So it's devoid. It's haste as long as you control another colourless creature. Gone through these already. Haven't seen this guy. So he has Surge 2, flying. This is the Jawa Isle Avenger. Kozilek's Pathfinder, we've seen him. Null Caller, exile target creature from your graveyard, put a 2/2 zombie into the battlefield. Thought Harvester. When you cast a colourless spell, your opponent exiles the top card of their library. Very cool. Harvester Troll, and our rare is the Stone Haven Outfitter. So equipped creatures get +1. When you draw an equipment, whenever an equipped creature dies, draw a card. Planes. So it's the core allies thing coming back in again. There's a core ally token there. It's very cool. I think they're referred to as Voltron decks, where you're attaching equipment cards to everything. So it seems like quite a cool thing to do. There's a lot of really nice equipment cards, I think, in this set. We pulled a few yesterday. Not yesterday in the last video, yesterday here. So let's see what else we have in here. So we've got a couple of the same cards we've had previously. There we go. And I'm going through to the uncommons. There we go. So we have a Skyforge Acolyte. Tap an untapped ally. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal an equipment card from among them. Put it in your hand. Put the rest at the top of your library. So that's quite cool. It's a 1/2 for 1 with Cohort. Yeah. We have a Cyclone Sire, an elemental. When it dies, put 3/+1 counters on all land you control. Storm Chaser Mage, flying and haste, red-blue. It's got prowess, that's very cool. And our rare is the Sifter of Skulls. It's an Eldrazi for 4. When another non-token creature control dies, but 1/1 colorless scry. Oh, did we get this one in the other video? Perhaps. It seems familiar. It's very cool though. Oh, there we go. It was pack number 4, I think? Yeah, 3. Pack number 4. Okay. Let's see what we get in here. So again, I'll go through the commons that we've seen. There we go. Ooh, Witness of the End. So, target opponent exiles 2 cards from his hand and loses 2 life. I think we have that one already. Spawnbinder Mage. Canopy Gorger. We haven't seen this one. It is a worm. It's a 6/5. It's just a big green creature for sealed events. Pulse of Marassa. Turn target creature or land card from the graveyard to its owner's hand and gain 6 life. So that's quite cool. Slip Through Space. It's a 1 target creature can't be blocked. Draw a card. Ooh, Meandering River. So it's one of the new dual lands, so white-blue, uncommon. Have a embodiment of Fury. It's a land creatures have trample, and he has a landfall effect. That's very cool. We have a Warping Whale. Choose 1. Exile target creature with power, toughness 1 or less. Counter target sorcery, or put a 1/1 into play. And our rare is the Goblin Dark Dweller. It's quite cool. Let's see what it does. It has Menace for 5 for a 4/4. When it enters the battlefield, you may cast instant or sorcery converted with mana cost of 3 without paying its mana cost. And then if it would be put into the graveyard, exile instead. So it's quite cool for, well, Zada, if you're doing like a Goblin token deck, because it's going to mean that you can cast something from your graveyard again, get it to copy. That's quite cool. It's one of the rares that I was looking at from the set that was quite cool. I like goblins. I like red goblins. There you go. And this is one of the other. Oh, fifth pack. Go through it again. So we have another Zilput Chain Mage, yeah. Go. Dazzling Reflection. This is Acorn Flame Seeker. So tap an untapped ally. Draw. You control, discard a card. If you do draw a card, Envoy, Vampiric Envoy, Natural State, Containment Membrane. So these are all the ones you've been seeing in the last video and in this one. We have, so first uncommon. Target creature gets +3 till the end of the turn. That's quite cool. Devourer of Flames. Return a land to your hand. Deals 5 damage for 3. Iona's Blessing. Get +2 and can block an additional creature. That's right. And our rare is the Endbringer. Ooh, this is quite cool. So he's a 5/5 for 6. Untap Endbringer during each other player's untap step, which is very cool. So in a multiplayer game, it's going to be interesting. So he deals 1 damage to target creature when you tap him, or you can pay 1, can't attack or block, or pay 2 and draw a card. Very nice. We have an island and an Eldrazi Scion token. Let's have a look in here now. So once the Gatewatch and packs are all open, I'm thinking of getting another tournament pack opening. So I think the next one is, what is it called? Shadowmore. So we'll be looking at Shadowmore tournament pack opening next, I think, in a couple of weeks. So that's going to be really fun. I haven't seen anything in that set, but I know there's some nice... Here, there's some nice cards in there. The Maw of Kozilek, so things get +2, -2. That's quite cool. Witness the End. The Scythe Master, his first strike as long as it's attacking. I think we opened that before. Slip Through Space. Can't block, draw a card. Cultivate a Drone. Crab. We go into the uncommons. We have Pyromancer's Assault. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, deals 2 damage. That's quite cool. So if you're using the that new mechanic, the one way if you cast a spell this turn, you get sort of everything's cheaper, then you're going to be using that. Timber Gorge, that's really nice. And then our rare No, an uncommon is the Malakia Soothsayer. So tap an untapped ally you control, draw a card, and you lose 1 life. And then here's our rare, the Glade Heart Cavalry. So this is an elf. Ooh, when it enters, so it's a 5/7 for a 6/6. But when it enters, put +1/+1 counter on up to 6 target creatures. Whenever a creature you control dies, with a +1 counter, you gain 2 life. So that's going to be really cool in some sort of rampy elf deck. Might see if I can fit it into my my elf deck, but it's more tiny creatures rather than ramp. But that's cool. Very, very cool. Works quite well if you're basing your deck around things like Nissa from Origins. She gets forests out of the field. And some of the Eldrazi stuff to get out quicker. So we have Ooh, that one's very, very cool. What's this? This is Kozilek's Translator. Pay 1 life, add 1 to your mana pool. And you can only do once each turn, so it's interesting. It's like Shockland, Vigilance, Human Ally, Cinderhellion, Slaughter Drone. Gains Death Touch until the end of the turn, 2/2 for 2, which is quite cool. Have him again, Seer's Lantern. Okay, let's look at the uncommons. Put 2/2 Night Creature tokens, Night Ally Creature tokens on the battlefield. Very cool. Null Caller again. Tears of Valakut. So can't be countered. Deals 5 damage to target creature with flying. So it's a 2, so it's a nice side deck card. And our rare is Overwhelming Denial. So Surge, you can pay 2 for it. Usually it's a 4. Can't be countered. Counter target spell. Yeah, it's quite nice. It's an uncounterable counter spell. Very, very cool. You can see that perhaps going into a couple of control decks. Blue-black. Blue-white. Control in general. Let's see what we get in this pack. So, Zarda's Commando, Tamed Hunger. Ah, that was the mechanic I was thinking of. So, there you go. Gate, Seer's Lantern. So, pretty much what we've been having so far. We've got another Soothsayer. We have another Pyromancer's Assault. Ooh, and an Eldrazi Obligator. So, when you cast it, you may pay 1 and 1 colorless. If you do, gain control of target creature until the end of the turn. So that's quite nice for a 3 for 3. Oh, it's a rare. Okay, that's our rare. That's really cool. That's nice. And we got a forest and plant token. Very cool. Go, and we're going into the last pack. Ooh. Wonder what we'll get. We haven't seen any Planeswalkers yet, and we've only had 1 mythic out of the box, so maybe we'll see something in there. Yeah, we might not get any more mythics. It might be a very low mythic count set. So we have another Vampiric Envoy, which I really like. Another Wastes. It's a pity I think there's only 3 different types of artwork for the Wastes. And it would be nice to see more. I suppose we'll see more in future sets. Unless it's only going to be in these sets, maybe that symbol will just fade out. Be interesting to see what happens when the next set comes out. So this is a Chichenous Cloak. It's another equip artifact. So it gets 2/2 a menace, and it's equipped 3 for 3. Very cool. Grip of Darkness. Target creature gets -4/-4. So that's like the one in Origins that does it to everyone, but it's a bit smaller, so that's quite nice. We have a Weapons Trainer. And our rare, is Kozilek of the Great Distortion. So we've got our mythic. When you cast Kozilek, and if you have fewer than 7 cards, draw cards equal to the difference. Discard a card, a converted mana cost of X, and counter target spell. Very, very cool. Very nice. We have a forest and an elemental token. That's cool. I pulled Ulamog in the last pre-release, so now I've got both. So they can sit next to each other. I just need, who's the other one? There's Ulamog, Kozilek, and the other guy. Anyway, yeah, very cool. Put him over there, so I remember that he is there. So that's the pack openings. That leaves us with 5, 10, 15 packs of Gatewatch, and depending on if I do a draft with the rest of the packs, it might mean less, but very, very cool. So yeah, we had some nice pulls in there. If I go through them again, so we had Eldrazi Oblader, Overwhelming Denial, Delayed Heart Cavalry, Endbringer, Goblin Dark Dwellers, Sifter of Skulls, Stonehaven Outfitter, and the Vile Redeemer. And then the last one, second mythic taken out of the box, is Kozlik. That's very cool. Well, again, if you like the video, like it. Let us know how you like it, and then maybe subscribe so you won't miss out on my, hopefully, again, bi-weekly updates. Occasionally I'll throw in a third update if the Deck Maniac subscription box arrives early. But yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.